The light-dependent reaction. So the light-dependent reaction takes place in the thylakoids of the chloroplasts. It involves two photosystems, so photosystem 2 and photosystem 1. The first part of it is to do with the light harvesting. So light is absorbed by the accessory pigments and transfer, or resonance transfer, that energy down through the accessory pigments to the primary pigment in each photosystem, which is our chlorophyll A. And that will cause the electrons, at least 2 electrons in each photosystem, to increase in energy and to have a raised energy level that they can escape. So these 2 electrons escape, and we're going to start with photosystem 2. They get picked up by an electron acceptor and pass what's known as an electron transport chain, which will transport the electrons, and as they do that they lose energy, and enough energy is released to cause the photophosphorylation, or the phosphorylation is the addition of an inorganic ion. So we've got our addition of inorganic phosphate to ADP to form ATP. Because this is happening in the light, it is known as photophosphorylation. So light is needed for this process to happen. And also it is known as non-cyclic photophosphorylation, because the electrons are not returning to their original photosystem, but they are being accepted by a different photosystem. So the cycle of events not happening, so it's not in a cycle. So these 2 electrons replace 2 electrons that, when light had been harvested in photosystem 1, had also raised energy levels, and they escaped or left the photosystem. These electrons get accepted this time by a molecule called NADP, and along with hydrogen ions, they produce reduced NADP. And if you remember, reduced means that it is the gaining of electrons, so they have gained electrons, so the NADP has become reduced. And this will go to the light-independent reaction. The hydrogen, it came from the photolysis of water. So photo, again, using light to split the water. So photolysis was involved. So the hydrogen is accepted by the NADP. We have our waste product, oxygen, released. And we have electrons, which get picked up by the photosystem 2. So they have now got the electrons replaced that they had already lost. So this whole process in the light-dependent reaction, light is harvested, so the resonance transfer of the energy to the primary pigments. In photosystem 2, those electrons at a raised level get picked up by electron acceptor, pass down these carriers in the electron transport chain, and that will release energy that allows the phosphorylation of ADP and PI to form ATP. It is known as non-cyclic photophosphorylation because the electrons do not return to where they left, but they get picked up by another photosystem. Photosystem 1 has also had the light harvested, and the 2 electrons have left. They this time join with a coenzyme called NADP and combine with hydrogen ions to produce reduced NADP, which will go to the light-dependent reaction. The hydrogen ions has come from the photolysis of water. The light has split the water, so our hydrogen ions have joined with the NADP and the electrons. Our electrons from the photolysis get picked up by the photosystem 2, and we have our waste product, oxygen, that is released into the atmosphere. So that is the light-dependent reaction. So reduced NADP goes to the light-independent reaction under ATP.